Lord, my hair. What's up, y'all? Look, I got a hard stop, but I said if I don't get this Married to Medicine done today, it ain't gonna get done because I know I'm going out of town tomorrow. So I got a hard stop. But let's get into this Married to Medicine episode, child. It was a whole lot going on in all of the directions. So everybody is talking about what happened the night before when Quad, King, Greg, T got into the whole kerfuffle that they got into. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I still feel the way I felt 2 weeks ago, that I feel like Quad antagonized that whole situation. However, I heard what Quad said. And what Quad said was, listen, everybody had no grace for me last year when I had to sit up there and watch the two of them all canoodling and happy and in love. And they's all, da-da-da-da-da. So, it is what it is. So I feel like, okay, some of this was some get back on Quad's end of it. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like Quad did poke the bear. But I think we did get it. But I also think part of it was calculated so she could bring out that side of Greg so people would see, listen, this is what I dealt with. This is who I live with, and this is what I dealt with, right? So everybody's sort of talking about what happened, their side of the story, or what they saw that happened or whatever. Now, Dr. Jackie finds out in her conversation with Heavenly and with Simone that Apollo was coming. We know they're going to the Sandbar. We went to the Sandbar in Turks and Caicos, and it was really a good time. That was when, we were on the boat with the slide on the side, and somebody didn't pay attention when the captain told us that the water was too shallow to go off the slide. And baby, somebody went off the slide. And all we heard was a, hey, thump. And all I was thinking was, Lord, we got to head. We on our way to the damn hospital because this fool was drunk and then went off the slide after the man told them that we can't go off the slide. But that's another conversation for another day. Moving right along. So the ladies are going on the group is going on the Sandbar, but that's when Heavenly is telling Jackie about inviting Apollo. And of course, everybody is saying how messy it is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go along with the storyline. It was not El Teddy. No, it was not. It actually that was El Teddy didn't go on the boat. He wasn't there yet. El Teddy got there late. When we got back from the boat, he was on his way. Like his flight landed while we were out on the boat. And so he hung out with his cousin because Teddy has family in Turks and Caicos. So he hung out with his cousin. And then he met us at the house once we were on our way back. So yeah. So you could see him doing it. I could see him doing it had he been there. Yeah. I could see him doing it. Yeah. So since it's business, you can't go this time, but I'm pretty sure we got you through. Well, the Books and Bourbon tour. Everybody's invited. Okay, so here's where, Phaedra, and I don't blame Phaedra. Let me be clear. I don't blame Phaedra one bit. Phaedra knew that this boy, this Czech man, boy, whatever, that he knew Apollo and Apollo's ex-wife, right? Well, I mean, wife, now soon to be ex-wife. They just filed for divorce. But knew Apollo, right? So I don't blame her for inviting him to come. Like, she knew what it was. Dr. Heavenly told her that Apollo was coming. She knew what the deal was. She knew there was a setup coming. She knew what it was, right? So I don't blame her for inviting old boy. I don't blame her. And he knew what his position was too. So Toya and Eugene went out to breakfast with the new couple, with the guy that played for the NFL and for the other lady. Now, honestly, there really wasn't nothing real monumental on this trip, but I will say this. Is it me? Or did old boy sound like he was ready to tell his sob story? The minute Eugene was like, oh, so who did you play for? And he named his teams, and he was like, yeah, I'm from the inner city of, Cleveland. I never knew my dad. Football was my outlet, and, just my God-given talent. I was like, is this your bio that you're reading us? Is this your introduction? Who just talks like that? Yeah, I'm from the inner city of Cleveland. I had to work my way. I had to fight hard. I never had a dad in my life. It just was weird. Is it me or was it weird? The way he just jumped right into that. It was really weird. The other thing I did not realize, thank you, Cajun, because I did not realize that this was the same woman that Apollo was married to, the same woman that made that little cameo on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that was the one that was cheating. I forgot all about that. So that's all the more reason why Phaedra feels some kind of way about you inviting Apollo and Shireen, because now you done invited the woman that was my husband was cheating on me with. Oh, that's what we're doing? And she's still in her feelings, but we're going to get to that, child. My thing is, you won the prize. You won the prize. You wanted Apollo. You got him, right? What you mad for? What you got an attitude with Phaedra about? Baby, when Phaedra called her bad body built, bitch, I said, you need to just go and sit down somewhere. When she said that, baby, I was done. So anyway, everybody gets on the boat and they waiting for Apollo. Apollo and Shireen show up late. What's up, Spilly boy? I'm sure that was by design, by production, that, he comes running up at the last minute to jump on the boat at the last minute so nobody has a chance to jump off the boat, right? So here they come. And of course, like I said, I did not realize it was the same lady. But baby, I'm Team Phaedra on this whole situation. I am Team Phaedra on this whole situation. Because not only did you invite him on some old messy shit, and again, I know y'all want to play the game of production, so we're going to play the game of production. Heavenly invited him. Okay, cool. Y'all know good and damn well that was production. That was production, y'all. Now, I know see, this is what Heavenly does. This is why Heavenly gets away with not really talking about her real life. Because Heavenly will be production's messy mess. I'm about to say the name. Heavenly don't have a problem with being the person. She doesn't have a problem with them with being the messy one. Oh, you want me to invite Apollo? Sure, I'll invite Apollo. Oh, you want me to invite so-and-so? Sure, I'll invite. Oh, you want me to bring up Quad's name? Oh, okay, I'll do it. She has no problem being the messy part of production because it keeps y'all away. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about the viewers away from realizing that she really don't tell us shit about her family she don't want us to know. And she done already told y'all that her marriage is not for sale. So she ain't gonna never give y'all an argument between her and daddy. She ain't gonna never give y'all no real dirt between her and daddy. She was mad for real at Sweet Tea last year when Sweet Tea told that story about her hitting Damon upside the head with that frying pan. She was mad for real about that because she don't really give y'all none of her real business. She's fine with keeping the shit stirred up. She's fine with y'all being mad at her. She's fine with y'all hating her. She's fine with being the patsy because she ain't gonna never give y'all this over here. And the sooner everybody figure that out. But okay, we want to go along with heavily invited Apollo. Okay, heavily invited Apollo. Fine. So Apollo shows up. And so now we all on the boat together. Well, now everybody is realizing, so nobody talking about Quad and Greg anymore. Now everybody's over here with Apollo and Shireen and Phaedra and Shaq. And now we find out that Apollo, Shireen, and Shrek, I'm just calling the man Shrek, they all know each other. Now, Phaedra knew they knew each other, but of course now it's everybody else know about this whole situation. Now, Apollo is acting like he feels some kind of way. He said, yo, that's my man. Like, we hang out all the time. Like, we together all the time. And he, like, I didn't know he was down in Key West hanging out with my ex-wife. Like, that's a violation. I got a question. When does the violation run out? Because if y'all been divorced for 7 years and you've been remarried to this to the bad body built bitch baby for however many years, at what point does the bro code run out? Because he said he told Apollo, and I do believe, because I believe Apollo was lying to try to make it out to be bigger than what it was. I believe that man told Apollo he was going out on a date with Phaedra. And I'm gonna tell you why I believe he told Apollo, because he told Phaedra. When they was on the date, he told Phaedra, I know your ex-husband, da-da-da. So I believe he did the same thing with Apollo. Okay, Spiller Boy say never. Julian say once he cheated. Okay, that's going to run out. Folks play getting tired of her. I agree, Pink Petals. It is running out. But for right now, she been getting away with it for 10 years or however long she been on the show. You said something up here earlier too. Hold on. You said, because why is that beauty supply store closed, and why is Allura back in Atlanta not at FAMU anymore? Well, I know they did do a live explaining why she came back home, but she only gonna tell y'all what she wants y'all to know. The only reason why she even did a live telling y'all she came back home is because it was so public that she was in Florida, and she knew eventually social media was gonna bring it up. That's the only thing about living your life on social media, that when stuff switch up, then you feel like you gotta say something about it. But I do agree. And she said she closed the store because it was just too much for her to handle, blah, blah, blah. But the reality of the situation is, if you had a good staff in place, you don't need to show no store. I mean, you didn't have to close the store. Now she said, right, you said that the store closed because Allura left. Y'all, can we call a thing a thing? Allura wasn't really running that damn store. She was in high school. She probably went to that store after school and maybe on the weekends and ran the register for a few weeks. Maybe she helped, tell her mom what was new and what needed to be ordered and what type of hair and what was the in stuff. Yeah, I mean, she probably helped out like that, but let's call a thing a thing. She could have just hired a really good manager that knew what the hell they were doing and could have kept that store open. Like, girl, you didn't need to be there to run no damn beauty supply store. What was you going to do, run the register? So we know it was more to that story, but again, Heavenly gets away with telling us what she wants us to know. Why? Because she do this messy shit over here. Moving right along. Exactly, Julia. Oh, I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. Your point is very valid. I understand. So I knew off the break Apollo was in his feelings, talking about something. He felt some kind of way because, and Shireen saying the same thing, talking about some, and I mean, he with us all the time, and it's just real shady. It's real fun. What the fuck is shady? You sitting here with the whole woman that you cheated on me with, and you worried about who I'm dating now? Shall by. But listen, let's call a thing a thing. Everybody was just being messy. Everybody was just being messy. Okay? Everybody was just being messy. So they get to the Sandbar, and you can tell that the tension is rising. You can tell that the temperatures are rising. Phaedra is being extra flirty, sitting on the man's lap. Like, everybody is trying to, it's all for show, right? Apollo in his feelings, you could see it written all over his face. It was written all over his face. He was in his feelings, okay? Shireen was in her feelings, because I feel like Shireen and Shrek had a little something, because she was real bothered. Like, why are you so bothered? Talking about some, will y'all stop calling Shrek Phaedra man? He ain't her man. Why you worried about it? Shrek everybody man. He for the streets. He all of Atlanta's man. Then that's all the more reason why you shouldn't be worried about it, right? I'm just like, what? Right. You said it seems Allura dropped out of college to be an influencer. In my opinion, Elaine, why you call that girl Elaine, was more than likely pissed at her decision. I'm sure she probably was. Again, we can call a thing all day long, but I'm absolutely positive that Dr. Heavenly was not happy about her dropping out of college for a couple of reasons. One, Child, they just moved that girl into a brand new apartment. Did we not see 2 episodes ago, Daddy taking her shopping to furnish this brand new apartment? So I'm sure they took out a year's lease that the girl came back home at Christmas break. So now you got a whole nother 6 months on this lease you got to pay for, or break the lease and still pay something. So I'm sure. And then all that money you just spent on furniture and everything else for this apartment that she decided she wasn't going to live in no more. Okay. She lives in Atlanta as either attending Spelman Clark. I don't think she did. I don't think she transferred yet. I think they said she was going to take some time and she was going to be back in school in the fall. No. I take that back. She said that a lot of her classes are online, and she didn't feel like she needed to be in Florida if she was going to take all her classes online. It was something along those lines. But I don't think she's in Clark or Spelman. But because I don't remember the whole live, but she did do a live about it. Yeah, that's what it was, Miss Key. She's doing online classes. So she said she didn't feel like she needed to be in Florida if she was just gonna be online taking classes. But you ain't know that before you they got that apartment. But listen, that ain't my money, it ain't my business. But I'm sure but anyway, let me get back. I told you I got a hard stop, so I don't have a lot of time. We gotta get to the good stuff. So we get off the Sandbar. And the ladies are floating around, doing what the ladies do. Like I said, what happened? Why is my watch talking? Okay. Thank you. Shut up, Cajun. So anyway, so the guys are over on the other side. Listen, I'm with Eugene. While we got cigars, we got drinks, we are sitting here. I ain't gonna say paradise, but pretty good paradise. Why we can't just sit here and enjoy this? The sun is setting. It's a nice day. Ain't nobody arguing. Ain't nobody fighting. Why are we trying to see who's what is bigger? Okay, you played in the NFL. He played in the NBA. Who gives a flying fucking? Everybody's retired. I don't even know how they punked Gregory into doing push-ups, but his old ass gonna get out here to do 25 push-ups. For what? It was just stupid. Right, just a pissing contest to see whose is bigger. And I was with Eugene. And then they tried to get Eugene on it. Eugene was like, "No, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I got my drink, I got my cigar, and I'm good. Like, y'all can have that." So then it started off so good, y'all. Dr. G apologized because King was saying, "I appreciate that everybody invited me in. I appreciate everybody giving me the open arms and yada 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 yada." Dr. Gregory said, "Well, I didn't give you open arms, but I want to apologize. And I don't have no beef with you, but I just want to let you know that." King appreciated it, he accepted it. That's where the whole thing should have ended. That's just where it should have ended. But Dr. Gregory had to keep fucking talking. And he let it be known that he told Quad to shut up because she talked too much. King said, "Wait, what?" He said, "I didn't hear that part." Now, Dr. Gregory, not reading the room, says, "Yeah, I told him. Yeah, because she talked too much sometimes. She was getting on my nerves. I ain't appreciate it." King said, "Oh, well, in that case, you owe her an apology." And here is where I started to change my mind a little bit about what happened. Because I was like, okay, I do feel like Quad poked the bear, but I also feel like, Gregory, your mouth. Because I didn't realize he was talking to Quad either. I thought he was talking to T. Sir, you should have just left the shit the way it was. He was like, "You need to apologize." Baby Gregory was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." I'm not gonna do that. He barely apologized to his own wife, who we know what he said to her. And he barely apologized to her. Did y'all catch when he said, see, this is where the age difference comes into play, because I expect you, and what he was gonna say was, I expect you to just do what I tell you to do. That's what he wanted to say. I feel better, too powerful. My voice is back. I feel like I finally got my voice back. Remember, I kept saying I didn't feel like I had my voice back. I feel like I finally got my voice back. Right, he was talking about stuff we didn't. Right, we didn't see all of that. Now, Dr. Heavenly told us that all that stuff happened, but we didn't see all of that, right? Yeah, I'm sure those. I'm sure him and Quad got into some real shit, right? So anyway, Dr. G addressed Quad when Quad was talking to T. Yeah, but the way they got the yelling back and forth, honestly, it got lost in the argument for me. I'm being honest. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it got lost in the argument. And I believe it happened. Let me say that. I absolutely believe it happened. So while this is going on, now the ladies are getting to arguing, and Sweet Tea wants to that's after Shireen then said that, you know, he for the streets and all that other stuff. So now Sweet Tea talking about well, who invited you? And Shireen was like, Dr. Heavenly invited me. And she gonna say to Dr. Heavenly, why did you even invite her? Dr. Heavenly said, I don't have to answer to you. Like, you don't question me about what I do. Don't talk to me. So here go T. I do have a right to question you, and I want to know, why would you invite her? Why you was just being messy? So Sweet Tea gonna say, if it was Dr. Jackie, she would feel like it's her business. Phaedra's my friend, so I feel like it's my business. Now I'm gonna say this. Sweet Tea, I understand your thought process. I don't know, because they're not broken up. Let me say this. You can't compare you and Phaedra's we just found each other on this reality show relationship to Dr. Jackie and Heavenly, because they are friends in real life, like for real friends. However, I understand your point in saying, listen, you get to question people when you want to question people, so I'm gonna question people. Baby, Dr. Heavenly told her, girl, don't you stand over top of me. Baby, when Dr. Heavenly tried to get up and fell back in that water, the way I laughed, and then I started coughing because I was laughing so hard. Baby, I said, it's hard, like, and I've been in that situation before where you arguing and something happened and that's funny. You hold on. And you really want to laugh, but it's really not the right time to laugh. But this shit funny. Like, I felt, baby, Dr. Simone went over there to give Heavenly up. But baby, so the two of them got to arguing. So the fellas go over to break it up. Gregory gets his wife and pulls her away. Here is where now I got to side-eye the fuck out of King. Sir, what made you think that was the right time? He is literally trying to calm his wife down. He still has his wife literally in a bear hug, trying to calm her down. Whether I agree or disagree with why she's arguing, it doesn't matter. She's mad, and he is trying to calm her down. Sir, what the fuck? Sir, if you don't take your pecs back across that sandbar and wait until I'm done right here, that was not talking about something. I think this is the perfect time to approach Gregory about him talking to Quad, because, you know, he's away from the rest of the guys. He's away from the rest of the guys for a reason. He's away from the rest of the guys because his wife is literally about to have a physical altercation and he's trying to calm her down. If you don't go sit your ass back over there and smoke a goddamn cigar with Eugene and calm your ass down. I said, what made you think this was the to insert yourself. It was really like you were looking for a moment, King. Now, I got to call a thing. The night before, your girlfriend poked the bear and got an argument. And then here you are over here. Now, I understand that you feel like Dr. G owes Quad an apology. Fine. I got you on that. I understand your point. But now, sir, it's not the time. You got the rest of the day. Y'all going to be on the damn boat headed back to the resort in a few minutes. Sir, let him resolve this situation. Let him resolve this situation. So you pull him aside and say, you need to apologize to Quad. He was like, no, he was like, I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna let last night slide. Gregory was like, okay. And the look on his face was like, okay. He said, I'm gonna let last night slide, but I didn't really appreciate how you was talking to Quad. And so just don't talk to her no more. He was like, that's fine. I don't want to talk to her. Tell me don't talk to her and I won't talk. Tell her don't talk to me. I won't talk to her. He was like, she can do what she want to do. Gregory was like, oh, hell no. No. She don't get to talk to me crazy and you tell me I can't say nothing back and I can't respond. No, she don't get to say whatever she want to say to me. If you don't want me to talk to her, fine. I won't talk to her, but you tell her don't talk to me. So the two of them get to arguing. And then next thing you know, King, he pulling off his shirt like he about to do something. So now here come all the guys trying to break it up, pulling them apart. Here come Phaedra done got Sweet Tea over on the other side of the damn Sandbar. Next thing you know, Lord, we see Quad running because Quad was like, oh no, because Quad saw what was about to go down. And then next thing you know, here come T, she running over there because she see her man about to, and from what we know, there was a physical altercation. Somebody's fist made contact with somebody else. We know it went down. Now, we ain't going to see it. They're going to edit that out. But from my understanding, Greg did press charges. And I'm going to be... See, this the part y'all ain't going to like. Because y'all don't like Greg. So this the part y'all not going to like. I ain't mad at Greg for pressing charges. I ain't mad at Dr. Gregory for pressing charges. Because, King, you started that shit. There was absolutely no reason for you to walk up on that man while he was trying to deal with his wife. None. Not a one. Yeah, he was at the reunion. No. No. Miss B. Carter, King pulled Gregory aside to begin with. He had no reason to pull Gregory aside at all. Now, you said that Gregory ran up on King. Miss B. Carter, you didn't hear what I said. What I said was King started it by pulling Gregory aside to begin with. There was no reason. There was no reason for him to pull King aside to begin with. But it just shows how it would go down straight to court. That was bad timing. We got to know when to leave stuff alone. You didn't know what, Spiller Boy? That there was charges pressed. Now, that's what I heard. Maybe Gregory talked about it. And maybe he never actually pulled charges, but that's what I heard. I heard that physical contact was made and there were charges pressed. That's what I heard. But hold on, Miss B. Carter. It's playing right here. Let me see what had happened. Because I got to get off of here in 2 minutes. So hold on before I get off of here. King ran up on Gregory first. They were pushing him back. The trailer would make you believe Dr. G started it. Dr. Heavenly said charges were pressed. Okay. So hold on. I'm watching right now, y'all. I'm watching it. I got it playing on my TV right now. Let me see who ran up on who first. Because I don't think that's how it happened. But let me see. At least not the edited version we looking at. Let me see what had happened. So King pulled Gregory aside. And him and Gregory are talking. The conversation, hold on. The conversation get elevated. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear it.
If she coming, hold on, I'm telling you some shit right now. I know about the past, right? I ain't gonna
Dr. G was walking back the whole time.
Tell me something different. You don't find out. Tell me something different. You don't want to find out. What don't I want to find out? Listen, I'm a doctor, bro. I ain't got time to be fighting with people who come up me talking, sending like veiled threats.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, well, let me say this. Hold on. I'm looking at it. So let me say this. Based on the footage that they showed us, King walked up on Gregory. Based on the footage that I just saw, King walked up on Gregory. Now, you said that Toya confirmed what? That Gregory ran up on King? Then I'm going to need to see the unedited footage. Because based on what I just saw right there, they were in each other's face arguing. Dr. G was walking back and King was walking forward. And then the guys pulled them apart. And then King took his shirt off and started running towards Dr. G. So let me say this. Even if Dr. Gregory walked up on King first, once they pulled them apart, King ran around the guys that were trying to hold him back to run at Dr. Gregory. That's what I saw. Now, if something different happened, we either going to find out at the reunion or they're going to have to show me the footage. I'm going to listen to Dr. Heavenly. Let me tell you something. I ain't listening to Toya. I'll listen to Dr. Heavenly. I'll listen to Dr. Heavenly. Because she be telling it. And 99% of the time, what she say end up being the truth. So I'll listen to Heavenly. But I ain't listening to Toya. No, ain't doing it. So either they're going to have to tell me something different. Either they're going to have to tell me something different at the reunion or show me another angle. Because that ain't what I saw. And I just literally watched it again just now. And that ain't what I saw. Heavenly lies too. Well, I believe her first though. Please say an extra prayer and I will for you as another plane. Why do y'all do? I keep telling y'all I don't want to talk about that. Please. I've asked y'all. Please. I do not want to keep talking about what's happening with these goddamn planes and you know I got to get on a plane. Stop. I've asked y'all not to do that. All right, y'all. I got to go because I got to do something at 4 o'clock. I'll talk to you. I'll see y'all tonight at the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Peace.